Mississippi, Alabama, outside. Mississippi, Alabama, what is it? Yeah, well, at the football. Oh, okay. Yeah, because that stadium was too. But the game was. Bro, it was so swag. That's right. It was so cold, baby. Boy, it was cold as shit. Then on top of that, we couldn't understand. So when I hit the north, they had like there. So y'all was like, busting at me. Like, it was like a little front one and goes to the back. Yeah, it was in the track. It was chopping to the door.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us down south to Mercedes-Benz Stadium on the west side of downtown Atlanta. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap. It's the Miami Dolphins and the Atlanta Falcons. So I'm going to the whole game, right? But the rules to the game, I think it's hard to do. Mike Tirico and Greg Olson in the booth. Riley Patterson on the field gets this thing going. Off we go.
You would never do as a defender. We starting at 5. Yeah. We starting at 5 every play game. Like I wouldn't do that. That's actually when you get into the higher levels. Starting at 5.
It's the first run of the game for Bijan Robinson. And that play gets nothing. So, no gain on the game's first snap.
This defense wanted to come out early in this game and take the fight to the offense. And boy, did they ever set the tone on the very first play, keeping that carry to no gain.
They'll go again with Robinson. And he slips through an opening. Winds up getting about 8. That is past the 40-yard line. Three plays in and a test. It's 3rd and 2. They'll try to run for it with Robinson. It's a pickup of 12. First down, Atlanta.
There's a big conversation going on right now around the NFL about what is the true value of having a run game. And I've always thought it comes down to being good at 3 situations. Can you run the ball in the 4th quarter with a lead? How well can you run the ball on the goal line? And then in this case, how well can you run the ball in short yardage situations?
He fires downfield for Pitts. And he's in. Kyle Pitts. Touchdown Atlanta. It's his 3rd touchdown catch this year. They find the end zone here on the opening drive, and Greg, they're able to do it in the air.
Mike, it makes you wonder, is this drive a sign of things to come? I mean, this secondary, they had their hands full there. Are we going to see it repeated throughout the rest of this game, or are they going to have some answers on defense?
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. They're trying to pin him deep. They'll take this from the 3. And he will only be able to muster the 20-yard line on that return. On the ground, this is Jalen Wright. And a nice run there. He'll get 9 yards, roughly 29. He's tackled at the 29-yard line. It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
Hold it ready.
2nd and a yard.
Ready. 18, run. 18.
Slot man in motion right. To throw is Willis. He finds Bell. That's caught. And they will finally run him down. It's a big play there for Miami. It's a gain of 34. They'll come up here, 1st and 10.
Come on. Six.
To throw, here's Willis. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete.
Let's go now.
A shotgun handoff to Wright. Only a couple on that one. It'll set up 3rd down. Now, faking the give. That's caught. Outside. It's complete. That's the 2nd time they connect on this drive. This one good for 13 yards.
Okay, ready? Get it.
On 1st down, a run for Wright. He's going to be marked down at the 12-yard line. Give him 10 more on that one. Just enough for another 1st down.
Really nice explosive play there on the ground. And tell you what, for these fans sitting in the stadium, they're not used to seeing their home team pushed around. So continue to be physical at the line of scrimmage. Mix in the runs with the pass. And they can continue to generate these big explosive runs. I don't think they need to go away from it.
He's on the bounce at the 10-yard line. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8. 2nd down, 8 yards to go. To the goal line and in. Touchdown, Miami. That's his 8th touchdown of the season. Extra point by Patterson is good. And the Dolphins come right back to tie it at 7. Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. And this one sent all the way over the back line. No thought of putting this in the landing area. So it'll come out per the new rule to the 35-yard line. The drive will begin here with a run by Robinson. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
On 2nd down, pass.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. It's a little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good game.
Here now, 3rd and 5. On the give, it's Robinson. A gain of 11 on that one. It's good for a Falcon first down.
Typically in a 3rd down situation like this, Mike, you're thinking pass. But give credit to this offensive play caller. He flips his tendencies upside down, keeps the ball on the ground. Not only does he get a fresh set of downs, they pick up good yardage.
He'll get this to Hooper, left side. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. From the 47 now, they'll work with a 2nd and 7. They'll throw. It's Penix. Now a screen going to be set up for Robinson. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter. A touchdown apiece here in the first quarter of play. Harris Evans on the scoreboard. Greg and I back in Atlanta after this. The Falcons have it to start quarter number 2, as they've got it starting 3rd down and 2. Give, and here comes Robinson. And he is going to have that Falcons first down. At least it appears that way. Got it by maybe the length of a football. They're going to go play action with Penix. He's got that to the rookie line out from Georgia. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. All on the 36 now. Here's 2nd and 7. Out of a shotgun. It's Penix. Pushed out to his left. This one not quite on target. Got him too much. That one falls incomplete.
It's a great example of why the premium players in this league on defense, Mike, they're the guys that impact the passing game, whether that's defensive backs or guys that can defend at a high level, but especially pass rushers, because even though he doesn't get the sack, it's the pressure that leads to the bad throw that leads to the incompletion.
And he will work his way down inside the 30, a pickup of 6.
A gain of 7. It's 4th down.
They'll try and throw it with Penix. That's complete. He's got it to London. And he's going to have a Falcons first down as this defense can't come up with the play they needed. They surrender a gain of 17 on 4th down. On the handoff, it's Robinson. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's 2nd down.
Tackle by Igor Rosmato. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 7-yard line.
Back to throw. Here's Penix. Flush to his right. Just trying to avoid the rush there. He's hit as he threw when the pass is incomplete. Converted twice on 3rd down already on this drive. Now can they do it for a 3rd time? They'll run with Robinson. They can still pick up a first down here, and they'll line up to go for it on 4th down. 4th down, and here's Penix. That one, Kyle Pitts. Touchdown Atlanta. That's his 2nd touchdown of the game. He's doubled his season output. He now has 4.
You know, Mike, I think we're going to see a lot of this, and you know why? It's the new kickoff rule. So think about it. In the old days, you'd kick a field goal, you'd kick a touchback, and your opponent would have the ball on the 20. You didn't give up as much field position, but you only got 3 points. Nowadays, you go for 3 points and you kick a touchback. They get the ball on the 35. It's almost 30 yards of field position. You're just better off going for touchdowns when you get in here tight.
After the touchdown, out is Folk to kick this one away. Here is Bell on the return. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. On the check. Panther leading. Panther 11. Panther 11. Quick throw there. That's going to wind up incomplete. Well, the receiver really didn't have much time to get himself open. So the incompletion brings up second down.
Sometimes it's those footsteps. I don't care how long you've been playing or at what level you've been playing at. And that defender's bearing down. You really get a good idea of what guys are willing to go through contact to secure a catch, and in this case, what guys are unwilling.
And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield. Remember, he had the touchdown on the opening drive, and here on drive 2, he gets a first down with that catch.
The defender has to do a better job here, Mike, of getting depth. He wants to elevate that ball to give his secondary defender a chance to make a play. He gets too much width, not enough depth, and a quarterback like this has got to take advantage. I got high standards for offensive players, but in this case, Mike, I think I'm giving all the credit to the defender. He timed that one up perfectly, and what could have been an easy play ends up as an incomplete.
Got an open downfield on the crossing route. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line. Hold the ready. So they come to the line for first down and 10. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. And he's in. Touchdown, Dolphins. His second touchdown of the afternoon. Extra point by Patterson is good. The Dolphins will tie things up. We are all even at 14. So back to level after the touchdown. Time for the kickoff. We'll go ahead and just seed the touchback here. This ball over the back line. It'll come out to the 35. They'll start on the ground with Robinson. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early in this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
So, 2 minutes to play in a back-and-forth first half. Greg and I back to Atlanta in a moment. It's a give up the middle to Robinson. The tackle's going to be made down at the 40-yard line. That's a gain of 11, and they'll move the chains with another first down.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground? And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 42-yard line.
On 2nd down, here's Penix. Forced to his right. And the ball out of the reach of the receiver. Ball's incomplete. Trying to get it to Kyle Pitts. And it's going to be 3rd down.
You know, Mike, there's the saying in the NFL, take what the defense gives you. But that's not always the case. Sometimes you have to force a ball downfield. Show the defense you are willing to take big shots. Even though they weren't able to connect, it's going to have an impact the rest of the game.
That's going to be intercepted. And the Dolphins are going to get the ball back on the turnover. They hold on 4th down.
He's just late on that throw. I don't even think he ever saw that defender drop into the zone, and it ends up costing the team the ball.
Willis now to throw. It's going to be pulled in by Wright. 12 yards on the game. That's good for a quick 1st down.
We've really seen both teams have a lot of success moving the ball throughout this entire first half, and just seems this possession is going to be more of the same as they start this drive.
And he works past the 40, taken down after a gain of 7. Here's 2nd and 2. Willis now to throw. Oh, he's going to be followed up and taken down. They got him. Now a timeout. Atlanta, that's their first, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining until halftime. Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Here's Willis. Oh, a huge mistake late in the half. It is intercepted.
So not a lot of yards on the return, Mike, but that's okay. The number one thing, end up with the ball in your hands. And in this case, mission accomplished, and his guys are headed off the field.
They'll throw on 1st down with Penix. Rolling right. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away. And that'll set up 2nd down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
He finds Jahan Dotson. Now a signal, timeout called. 9 seconds left to play in this first half. They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. From the gun, here is Penix. He's got it at the 7. And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5. Now whistles. Timeout. 3 seconds left in this first half. Penix going to throw again. And that is Hunt in the end zone. He's in. Great London. Touchdown Falcons.
And that's a bit of a gamble, but I really like the aggressive play call. Understanding here before the half, we don't want 3. We're trying to come away with 6, and he foregoes the field goal try. They take a shot in the end zone, and they come away with a touchdown.
Now Fuller on for the extra point. The kick is good, so add one more. It will take a first half lead into the locker room. pretty interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. They'll get this up past the 20, and that's where they'll set up shop. This drive starts at the 21. It's 1st and 10. Willis. He gets it into the hands of Atwell. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not past the 35. So, from the 36, it is 1st and 10. Now Willis. He'll go right and find his running back. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield. Here's 1st and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Wright. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that. Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Throwing Willis. That one out wide for Wright. And he's out of bounds, but they are in the red zone, out inside the 20. They're at the 17-yard line now for 1st and 10. Willis to throw. That is incomplete. No way to force the football in there. Good coverage. They'll bring up 2nd down. Motion man is Bell. He'll get this out to the left flank. He'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down. Head up. This is Wright. And he will score. Jalen Wright. Touchdown, Miami. That's his 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. Extra point by Patterson is good. And the Dolphins will even the score. It's now 21-all. So back to level after the touchdown. Time for the kickoff.
Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
On 1st down, it's Robinson. And he works past the 40, taken down after a gain of 7.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd down and 3. Another run here for Robinson. Down the sideline, past the 45. He's going to be out of bounds inside the 40-yard line. 1st and 10 now from the 36.
1st and 10 at the 36.
They run over center with Robinson. A gain of 4 as he's taken down.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
From the 31, here is 2nd and 5.
Here we go. 19 Lion, 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
From the gun, it's Penix. Short throw taken by Pitts. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7.
First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Now Penix will get this to Pitts once more.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
And he is not going to get away. Might have got the yard, but it will set up third down.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Throwing is Penix. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. And they're going to have enough to convert here. And it sets up first and goal.
First and goal at the 8-yard line.
And go.
They'll run with Robinson. And he's into the end zone. Bijan Robinson. Touchdown Atlanta. Hope now for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Falcons go up by 7. 28-21. After the touchdown, out is Folk to kick this one away. This will be returned from the 6. And they will finally track him down, but not before he takes this to the other side of midfield.
Ready, break. 19 Lions. Get it.
Throwing, Willis. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. And he is out of bounds. Markham at the 25.
It's a gain of 22 yards.
18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal. Here we go. Stop.
Throwing is Willis. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Billy Bowman.
Mike, doesn't it just seem like year in and year out, especially on the defensive side of the ball, there's these late-round players that kind of burst onto the scene out of nowhere, and there's a reason this guy fell in the draft, but I'll tell you what, he has shown a ton of growth so far this year, and he continues to make his presence felt in the back end of this defense.
And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. So both teams trade touchdowns in that frame as we get through the end of the third quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
It was definitely a great game to watch. I was for sure. I was like, if these things are winning that game, I think we just beat them. I'm like, okay, well, shit.
Here's 2nd and 9. Out of the shotgun, it's Penix. Thrown left side, the catch is made. And he's going to be taken down up around the 24-yard line. 14 yards on that pass play there. First down, Atlanta. To throw is Penix. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 24-yard line.
That is caught outside on the RPO. And nice work after the catch. He stopped a little short of the first down marker, but it is a pickup of 9. 3rd and inches. Run it here with Robinson. Inside the 40. Still going. And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Bijan Robinson. Touchdown Atlanta. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the fourth quarter. Get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, and I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the fourth quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
After the touchdown, out is Bolt to kick this one away. Here is Bell on the return. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. To throw is Willis. In trouble, and he's going to be taken down.
They just have to be better on 1st down. They've got to find a way to continue to operate ahead of the sticks, and I don't mind throwing it on 1st down. That is the best down in football to attempt to pass, but if they don't protect the passer, none of it's going to matter.
Well, they'll get some of the sack yards back, but it's still going to leave them with a 3rd down.
It's now 3rd down.
19 tight, 19 tight,
To throw, here's Willis. And for a 3rd time today, he's intercepted.
So it's 3rd down, and it just seems clear that he's just trying to do anything to keep the drive alive. But even though you're trying to keep the punt team off the field, you just can't be careless and reckless. And that's really what he ended up being, Mike. And defense takes advantage and takes it back to the house.
Folks, extra point is good. And the Falcons will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter. After the touchdown, out is Bolt to kick this one away. Here is Bell on the return. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. On the give, it's right. A modest gain. Maybe 2 yards. It's 2nd down. Willis now to throw. That one down the field, but they cannot connect. And it's incomplete.
I know it fell for an incompletion, but pretty impressive. He was able to push that ball really far downfield as he was being hit. Really says a lot about the arm strength that this quarterback has.
Willis now to throw. This one broken up. It's incomplete. Good job separating the receiver from the ball, and it is 4th down.
And that's exactly how you teach it. They want these defenders to time the hit, that right when the ball gets there, you separate the receiver from the ball. And those are the ones on offense, man. You just have to make that catch, Mike. I know it's easier said than done, but you know the hit's coming. You've got to squeeze that thing, brace for impact, and make it.
Look at him go! And he's going to take this one all the way. 72 yards. Touchdown, Miami. 3 touchdowns for him now in this one. And he's up to 10 on the year. On comes Patterson for the PAT. It's up and good. And the Dolphins are able to cut into the deficit. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kicks away.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. They'll throw. It's Penix. Out wide, that's Robinson. Oh, nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain.
I think the days where cornerbacks are either unwilling or unable to be involved in the run game, I think those days are over, Mike. I think when you look around the landscape of today's NFL, yes, you have to cover, but you also have to be able to come up and tackle.
That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
And that's another brutal drop for an offense that has struggled to catch the ball up to this point. And yes, you can nitpick about ball placement and whatnot, but listen, the reality is at this level, if it hits your hands, you have to find a way to come down with it.
He's got his tight end. That's Pitts. Catch number 7 so far in this one. And a first down.
16 yards.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
To throw again, it's Penix. That's going to be incomplete. They cannot hook up there. And that takes us to the 2-minute warning. They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. He'll drop to throw. That'll be caught by the running back, Robinson. And nice run there after the catch. He's a little short of the first down after a gain of 7.
There's a lot of ways to get the ball in the hands of your running backs, and it's not always by just handing it to them. In this case, it's a simple check down, picks up a good gain, brings up 3rd down.
You've got to consider this an absolute must-stop defensively. It's 3rd down. A quick throw on the RPO is complete. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a first down.
And the Falcons first down.
On the handoff, here's Robinson running right. He's able to tiptoe around one tackler, but not the second. He's taken down right at the line of scrimmage.
This is a great example of why it's so important on defense to sprint to the ball. His ability to make people miss is hard for one guy to get him on the ground. But when you can get everybody to the ball, eventually you can take them down. And in this case, they do it for a loss.
It's another big play in a game that's had its share. 33 yards.
And it's hardly an exaggeration when I say, Mike, that he's probably one of the most difficult individual assignments in the entire league. It's like playing football against that really good kid in your neighborhood. He's just hard to cover, and plays like this just shows how special he can be.
So it's a win here for the Falcons. They're able to erase the memories from a week ago. Game they really did struggle in. Look like a different group here as they respond with a solid victory. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Falcons are winners as we say so long from Atlanta.
Because going to Chicago, y'all go before. Yeah, y'all go before us. And I want to say I heard about, getting and all the people talking about it, like that. They found money. It was luckily like the common of the bridge. And so we did this shit out of working out. And we did very good. Yeah, they're actually. They thought I needed it.